it represents. Okay. One minute. Okay, what is this particular Azure cloud? That is important. Okay. What we are going to do and what are the things that you are going to manage here. Coming back here, so let's go and start the Azure fundamentals. This support is like Azure fundamentals that you can also see the modules, multiple things on Microsoft Learn. I will give you this how to do the learning path as well for AZ 900 Microsoft Azure fundamental exam. Later on, I will let you know, but come into my concept, cloud concept, principles of cloud computing. What are the principles of cloud computing? If already know, don't worry to hesitate that you can just use the thing. Let me change. Is it opening or not? Okay. Now I can able to see, and see the screen, right? Okay, fine. So for the first and major foremost thing is like cloud concept, principles of cloud computing. What is this cloud concept and principles of cloud computing means? Cloud computing is renting resources like storage space or CPU cycles or another company computers. You only pay for what you use. The company provides the services is referred to a cloud provider. Some examples are Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Cloud computing is renting resources like storage, space, CPU, all the things. So before going to the cloud computing, I will give you one example, okay? So my paint is my dashboard, okay, right now. And especially when we are learning about these technologies, almost you should learn in the laptops only. It is not possible to learn on, it's difficult to learn on the dash boards and all those things. That is the reason. Okay, now let me go for cloud computing. I will ask you a simple question. Everyone have your mobiles, right? So what are the specifications you will see when you are purchasing a mobile? Just a simple question you write in chat box. When you purchase a mobile, what things you will see? This is the question. Until like means what you will be seeing. This is the question, and you can write in chat box. I'll give 2 minutes for here. Then you can write this answer. I will read it out. No worries. Okay, I have seen. Yes. So a lot of people are messaging like processor, RAM, storage, camera, company, storage. Only. Okay. Preeti Kukreja, you only see camera. Nitesh, only you will see camera. If camera is good, you are going to purchase the mobile. Okay, storage, brand, specification, saver, all learn when I have purchased mobile. Okay. The RAM, ROM, storage, camera, company, processor, storage, performance, RAM, camera, storage, battery, color, OS, processor, battery. Yes, almost same. So same question. What you will see when you are going to purchase a PC? Same question I can take instead of mobile, replace with PC. PC is like personal computer or laptop. What you will see when you are purchasing the laptop? Oh, I have to share screen, right? Okay, what you will see when you purchase laptop? I hope everyone can able to see my screen. Yes. PC or laptop. When you purchase a mobile, what things you will see, and when you purchase a PC or laptop, what things you will see? HDD, SDD, processor, graphic cards, okay, generation, RAM, ROM. So there is money. Yeah, money is also money in the terms here. We can call it as budget, cost. So cost you will see for sure. Okay. Ronak is telling, first of all, my budget in all types computer model visit and then find a good processor like i7, graphic card. Okay, fine. So when you are purchasing a mobile or PC, mobile or laptop, first you will see 10 models. In the 10 models, which you are comfortable. Is it Mac, Android, or any kind of OS? After you go for RAM. And after that, you will see your budget and cost. Cost is something like you will see your how much you can keep budget like 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, or 1K, 1L. Like that, you will see the budget. In that particular budget, what all companies are there? And if you have specifically one company brand, like for suppose uh, Samsung or some other companies are there, right now in mobiles. If you are specifically looking for that particular company product, you will see different versions, generations. And after that, you will see camera, RAM, ROM, HDD, STD, and as you all everyone said one or the other, graphic, model, budget, disk, battery saver. And you will find out that how many years it will come if I do rough and tough on that particular thing. And card, processor, SSD, graphic card, generation. So all things you will be seeing of. Yes, correct. So whenever you are seeing all these things, because of just you are purchasing a simple product for your mobile or PC, and those things also will not come for longer. Even if you use for 3 years, automatically you will go for other things, right? Why I'm asking this question right now here? Okay, so cloud computing is something related to this only. Right now in your mobile, there are a lot of applications are there. Yes, in my PC, if you can see in the desktop, there are a lot of applications are there. I hope you can able to see my screen. No. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, in your desktop, lot of applications are there. In whatever places you have lots of applications are there. Correct. So where all these applications are coming from? Okay. In order to host the application in your PC, lots of applications are there. Yes. Gaming application. People who are playing PUBG, they will know how PUBG is influencing them more. How many of you play PUBG here? So I don't want to explain you here telling that cloud computing as a natural way. Okay, these are the models are there. Why you are using? Why? Why you are learning this technology? Why? When? Where to use? All these things you should know. On layman terms, I will let you know. Okay. So most of the people, all the applications, like might be in camera applications, you will install gaming applications, you will install like in social media applications like Facebook, Instagram, you will install, and kind of these applications, banking application, HDFC, ICICI Bank, all these applications you will install on your mobile and PC, correct? Which supports your mobile, which supports is PC. Where all these applications are being developed, where all these applications are being developed. And hosting, you will see Hotstar. Whenever right now IPL matches are going now, you are seeing the Hotstar, Netflix, YouTube, all these things you are using social media applications. Where all these applications are being developed and hosted. Okay. The first and foremost question, this thing. Applications are being developed and hosting. Hosting is something place where it was there. But suppose someone is coming to our home, he is the guest to us. We are hosting him, kind of thing. Same here as well. Hosting applications are being developed means developers will develop the code, as everyone know. Yes, because as you are from the technical field only, everyone know developers will develop the code. Okay. So once developers will develop the code, where the code need to be hosted, where code to be run, you do not know how the application is created, how the application is developed, how many engineers are involved in doing all this activity in the project. Might be in your BTech or graduation, some project you may choose and you will purchase that project outside, or you develop your own project and you will submit. That is a small projects. And that project is only your location dependent. Right now, the example Netflix, Hotstar, YouTube, social, Facebook, Instagram, all these are global applications. It not to Andhra, Telangana, it is not locating. It is not belonging. It is not belonging to Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or South India, something like that. These are all global applications. Is it not pan India? Okay, it is global. Global applications means everywhere, everyone. Right now, you are sitting in India, you can communicate. Your in-laws, whoever working in or whoever been there in the other states or foreign as well. Yes, you can able to see. Right now, it is a Zoom application is there. 248 participants are there here. Okay, we are getting together online. We are not in a physical place. If everyone has to travel to the same location from different colleges, it's been transport facility required, electricity should be required, and you need some place to sit. All these things are there, right? So rather than we are connecting through a single link which is shared by the thing, and you're connecting here, correct? So in this way, these are all applications are being developed and hosting. These applications are hosting on cloud. Where these applications are hosting on cloud? These applications, right now, what is an application you got, right? Application hosting on cloud. From morning when you wake up, you will be on mobile. Everyone will be on mobiles, right? We will be using multiple applications in a single mobile. Just we need, what we need? Network. What we require? In order to talk to your mom or someone from your mobile, you have to use Airtel network or Geo network, something like that. And you need some internet balance. In technical cloud computing, we will call it as network. So you have a PC, but you do not have network, internet. So you can't download and you can't able to do any of the things, correct? So you have mobile. If you do not have internet, what it will happen? You can't chat in WhatsApp and you can't do Wi-Fi calling. All these things will be there. So just you can see some kind of videos, and just like your mobile will be a device itself if there is no internet, right? So internet is very important. That comes under here network. So network components to host the application on cloud is very important. So networking is important. Okay. One of the component is network. So for suppose every your application is there, you want to maintain securely. For suppose you have your mobile, what you will do, you will give five fingerprints, or you will keep some random diagram on your mobile. If someone took your mobile, they should not immediately open your mobile and see WhatsApp or some other application inside your mobile. correct? Then you will keep a password, or you will keep some other things on your PC, so on your mobile, telling that no one should access, even though they have your own device. Am I correct or not? Yes. You will be securely maintaining your device, right? Because your personal privacy things are there. Correct? Yes or no? Yes, on cloud, it was deployed after developed. It will be deployed. So first I'm telling you the hosting concept. Later on, I'll go into deployment. So might be who already completed, they would have understand all those things. But I want everyone to understand from scratch. So today I will be purely going on to the fundamentals. See, you will get definitions, but you do not coincide with the examples. That examples you will be getting only when you work in the organization for 2 to 3 or 4 years. So right now, why I'm giving you all these examples means you should know why you are using cloud, why you are studying BTech, why all the subjects are required, what the things that you're going to do with that things, what you're going to change, how you're going to earn. Right now, everyone want to earn the job and you want to earn, right? Why you are earning? Just you are earning for your own sake, that you're getting pocket, that you're getting money into your pockets? No, because you are doing something which is out of the things that no one else can do. Okay, if everyone else can do, why you are there to do the work? So that is the reason I'm going to give you all from the scratch. Why you are discussing about cloud computing? Your application will come, development will come, deployment will come, all the things will come. But you need to correlate with each other. Means you need to identify. Okay, this is the word for this, hosting this, network this, security this. That is important. So when you buy hard and go and write the examination, either you might pass the certification, but you can't clear the interview. I'm telling you. You can buy hard and write the examination, either you can clear certification, but you can't clear the interview. You should clearly explain the things whenever someone asks you. Might be it is not uh, applicable for all. It depends on them. So yes. So that is the reason. Don't have a dilemma telling that in your mind and midst, your marks and your certifications will no longer will help you unless and until you can justify with your words, with your explanation in the interviews. You might have things. Okay, you might have your certifications. You have went to all the course curriculum, but you should able to let them know. So what is application? Why you learn cloud computing? What are the services? Why we need actually the Azure cloud, and why you can't go for other clouds? So if you are able to say at least this question and answers, rather than you have your own certification, if you able to say that you know all these things, it itself you can clear good number of interviews. I can tell you. So don't have a myth in your mind telling that if you clear the certification that you will get a job. No, you have to validate with your sayings, with examples, with your understanding to the person who is going to get you on. So that's what I'm telling you, because I was also one of the days like I also came from same thing, right? So right now might be based on my experiences. I learned a lot and understanding and applying things. Okay, same way, in similar way, I'm expecting everyone to go through the things. So whoever completes certification, right now you complete your certification and you will wait for 1 month or 2 months. In this 2 months of gap, everything you will forget if you are not practicing and if you are not revising the things. I'm telling you. So never rely upon the number of certifications you have. You should validate your examples. You should go through the things daily and you should learn the things. Okay. So that is major important. So let me go with example. So one more component is security. Okay, you can see the security. So one more component is security. So This is also important. So once application will be hosting on cloud, how the application will be hosted, how it will be taken care, network security, different components, how they are doing, everything that we will be learning in Azure cloud. There are multiple clouds are available in the market. Why specifically Azure that we are doing, and what are the differences between other clouds? I will let you know. So for any cloud, okay, for any cloud, cloud con- cloud computing concepts are the basics. You'll Cloud computing concepts are the basics. If you don't understand the cloud computing concept, so even though when you enter into the clouds as well, it will be little different and you are unable to answer the questions. That is the reason. So for cloud computing concepts are the basics means for any cloud, either it is AWS, which is like big gained company, Amazon is offering, Google is offering GCP, Microsoft is offering Azure. So Azure is one of the cloud which is offering by Azure, Microsoft. For all these things, we have CC cloud computing are the basic concepts are the basic. So this computing concepts are being maintained by cncf.io. This is one of the organization where they are maintaining. So come here, let's go into the browser. So might be you can able to see the browser as well. Just a minute. Okay, just let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the company or organization where cncf.io is managing, where hundreds of projects and happening on this particular platform. They're also managing the Netflix, Seagate, different organizations they are managing that you can see. Okay, here. So let's come back to Azure Cloud Platform and where we are discussing the things. So coming to here, I hope everyone can see. Let me go for from current slideshow. So cloud computing is renting resources. So whenever you want a single mobile, you are using this one, right? You are going to shop and purchasing those things. But here in cloud computing, we are renting resources means cloud will be hosted somewhere in the data center. Data center is nothing but a place where all the cloud components will be there. So let me show you that particular thing. Cloud is nothing but a data center. Okay. Cloud is nothing but a data center. Okay. So in order to host a single application, we need one laptop. But suppose in general, in order to host or in order to deploy one application, okay, one application if you want to manage one application, we need one laptop. Okay. If that application for one user, if I have 1,000 users are the customer to my application, do I want 1,000 laptops? Where you will keep all these 1,000 laptops in a place? All these 1,000 where you'll keep. So for one application, one user, 1,000 users, we need 1,000 PCs. If I have 10 lakh users, I need 10,000 PC. Or you can take 1,000 PC or for 10 lakh users. Right now, for bigger applications like Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, YouTube, all these are billions of users are there. Billions of users are using. So lakhs of PCs required in order to maintain physically. If you're going to maintain physically, I need all these things, correct? In order to maintain physically, I need all the things. But if I want to go for virtually, I can use cloud. Instead of purchasing 10,000 PC, 1,000 laptops, all these things, I can go for virtually. So one PC, just in order to manage one PC only, it will take a lot of time. In order to manage thousands of PCs means how much time it will take. So instead of deploying physically, we will go for the virtually cloud. Cloud is nothing but a data center. Data center is nothing but a center where a place will be created, like outskirts of the city, or some barren lands will be there, right? The land where there is no people at all. There they will start constructing the data centers. Data centers are something where your cloud is going to host. So cloud is nothing but a data center that you can keep in your mind. If you see, this is one of the data center. If you see, all the racks are there here. Whenever you are trying to create one PC, in real physical PC will be there, right? In one PC, one laptop is nothing but a physical one. Okay. But in virtual, we will call a one virtual machine in virtual mode. Okay. That you can remember. One laptop in physical, we can call it as a laptop. But in virtual mode, we have to call it as a virtual machine. So somewhere in the back end here, they are maintaining. When your PC will be there, right? You will be having underlying OS, RAM, ROM, STD, all these things will be there inside this particular racks. Okay, when you're trying to create a virtual machine from the Azure cloud portal, this is the graphical user interface. Right now you're seeing my screen is nothing but a graphical user interface. So for the servers, there will be no graphical user interface, only some terminal based like CMD, command prompt like that it will be showing. So somewhere when you're trying to create a virtual machine from the Azure cloud, it will launch inside this particular thing, inside this particular racks. If you see, it was hosted like this. Right now, Azure data centers. You can go and type Azure data center in India. In which places Azure data centers are there? You can also check. It is in South India, in near Chennai. It is there. Something like that. It will looks like this. It requires 24/7 electrical supply, and also government clearance should be there. They have to get government approval in order to host a data center, and lot of clearances will be there. They have to follow the GDPR. 15K crore data center in Telangana. So they are trying to start. It is not easy to start up a data center. It requires lot and huge amount of thing in order to start a data center, and it is not at all easy. Any doubt here? So good afternoon. You are getting sleep. Someone? Oh, you are getting sleep, Lalit Kumar, because all of these things. Yes or no? See, this is all the history and the things that you need to know, because in the afternoon, if you come after eating and sitting here, it is difficult to understand, because you people are already ate good meals and you'll come and sit, right? That is the reason. So even though you have to bear my things, I can give you a good examples as well. Do not worry. What happened? What is this all messages? Don't type any of the messages to disturb the session. So, but you have to listen my things no matter what. Okay. So Azure is nothing but a data center. So data centers are hosted in some regions. How? So whenever you are hosting the data centers, all the things will be maintained by the government. So coming to here, to our PPT slide where we are, let's discuss the cloud provider is responsible for physical hardware. The person who is providing us the cloud is going to host in the data center, required to execute your work, keeping it up to date, computing the services, and all these things. In order to host an application, we need Linux servers or web application. We are on Windows machine, right? We have Linux and Mac OS as well. So you will be using Linux servers as well. I will show you what is Linux server. So little bit boring or getting sleep, let me know. Or someone want to unmute and say something means let me know. So that you everyone has to interact. That is the reason. And you will be having recordings later on also. You can try and practice out. I'll be giving here. After few minutes, okay. No, ma'am. Okay, fine. Thanks. So compute power such as Linux server, web application, storage is important, networking is important, analytics is important. In order to get the cloud computing, these four things are important. One is compute power, one is storage, one is networking. Networking is like you are connecting to the network, internet, all these things. Analytics, how many compute right now, how many machines you used, how much CPU you used, how much RAM you used, all the analytics are required, right? That is the reason. Yes, I'll provide material. Do not worry. Okay, all good. Fine. So might be I'll be sharing a classwork only if possible. So I just asked you to join one Google Classroom, right? I can post it out there. So compute, storage, networking, analytics. So next we'll be having what are containers. Containers later on we discuss. What is serverless computing? Serverless is nothing but right now you have your PC. You have to plug in charge or you have to carry the laptop from one place to other place. In serverless computing, you will be running your application code without creating, configuring, and maintaining a server. Okay. You don't want any server or PC to deploy your application. Later on, I'll let you know serverless computing as well. So computing approaches, this is important. So for this, right now, we are going for the virtual machines instead of your PCs and laptops. In virtual machine, physical hardware, which is the data center will take care. And the host operating system also data center will take care. Hypervisor controller, the data center will take care. On top of that, when you are trying to create a virtual machine is nothing but whatever you're right now you're seeing your PC, right? That will be available in virtually. That is called virtual machine. So in virtual hardware, guest OS, app application deployment, virtual machine, everything will be here. And you will be having the virtual hardware as well, and guest to operating system you will be having, application you will be having. On top of that, you will be deploying your application. So how to create a virtual machine in Azure cloud, I will let you know. But in the backend, it is going to create in such a way like this. Later on, I will let you know containers and serverless runtime. When we are discussing what are containers and what are serverless, there are multiple types. Okay, in maintaining the virtual machines only, there are multiple types. One is virtual machine, one is containers, one is serverless in compute approaches. Compute approaches are of three types. One is virtual machine, one is container, one is serverless. So let's go. What is cloud computing? I will just give you an example. When you go to when you come to some city places, what you will do, you will go to the rented flats or rented rooms. There you will go and share the room with other persons, right? Whenever you share the room, and you will be paying for the as a guest that you are living in a flat or you are living in a rented room, correct? So what you will do there, you will go to the owner of that building and you will or you will go to the hostel and that particular warden or someone, you will pay the amount and you will be sitting inside the particular hostel. Okay, how many hours you will be staying inside? Might be more than 8 or 10 hours. Rest of the time you will be going to office or you will be going to college, at some place you will go, but you have to pay the amount, right? How much amount you will pay? Whatever the amount for a month that you're going to stay in that particular hostel or flat, you have to pay that one as a rent, correct? Here as well, in the cloud computing, whatever the number of resources you are going to use, only you are going to pay the amount. But suppose you created a virtual machine on Azure platform. For 1 hour, how much you are going to pay? After 1 hour, you decommissioned the resource or you stop the resource or you have deleted the resource. You do not want to pay for that one. So everything will be there as a billing concept here. So for every resource you are using in the cloud platform, it will be charged less or more. So in the cloud platform, almost everything will be charged. So that is the reason, especially whatever you are using for the resources, that much only you can use it. Otherwise, not required. One more. increase speed and agility. It's very speed. Whenever you are using the cloud computing, speed will be very high. Stop spending money on running and maintaining data centers. Like right now, I told you, right, cloud is nothing but data center. In order to maintain a data center, lot of things that is required. That is the reason not require anything data center from you. The persons like Amazon, Google are the big game companies, right? They are going to provide us. So any organization can use that one and they can pay for that organizations. So that is the reason every person right now in the market should understand the cloud, because lot of cloud engineer requirement will be there. So go global in minutes. You are going into the global, not into your location. Any region from north, west, east, any region you are going into minutes. So next benefits of cloud computing, it is cost effective. You can go for pay as you go consumption model. It is scalable. Scalable is nothing but right now you want 5 virtual machines. Then later on you need 10 virtual machines. It is automatically will scale. And after 1 hour you need again 5 more machines. And after 1 hour you need again 5 more machines. You can easily get from the cloud. It's an elastic nature. If you do not want after 1 hour, you can delete it as well. In that way, it is an elastic nature. So hope so you can write a notes as well parallelly along with me. So that's the resources which are required that I will let you know. So its current eliminates the burden of maintaining software patches, hardware setup upgrades. So right now it is running in one version. Automatically cloud will take care about the hardware setup, upgrading the versions, all those things. And it is reliable. You can take the backup. Something happened wrong in the machines, but suppose your virtual machine is not working properly, you can have a backup virtual machine. So the disaster recovery will help you. I will let you know what is exactly the disaster recovery. Data replication services. Right now, you have in your mobile, all the files are there, your photos are there. So might be you will copy all those files to Google Drive or some other location, right? You are maintaining a copy and also you will take a backup of it. Because sometime from your mobile, if it is suddenly deleted and you want those particular things for later purpose, same here as well. If you want the files for the later purpose, you can use a reliable and you can use all this backup concept here. It is global. It is not regional or sub-regional or availability zone. It is a global in the sense entire globe. Azure has data centers. Entire the world, the Azure has its own data centers. Microsoft has its own data center. It's secured. Broad set policies, technology control, and expert technical skills all are secured. Okay, so that is the reason we are going for the cloud. Compliance terms and requirements when selecting the cloud provider to host your solutions, you should understand how the provider can help you comply with the regulations and standards. Compliances will be there, some standard rules. Okay, even they have to follow some standard rules. How compliant is the cloud provider when it comes to handling sensitive data? Right now, your important files are there. Right now, some important information that you're storing on cloud. So no one should access that one, right? So that kind of compliance will come into picture. I hope you got it still now. If you have any doubts, let me know. So first 2 sessions, I can go very slow as well because the persons who are very new to the cloud, I want them to be understandable clearly. Which platforms are used for large scale cloud computing? The platforms are used in the sense cloud platform is the place like AWS, Azure, GCP mostly will be used. Apart from that, there are other clouds as well. So there is no mandatory for any application. This application should use this cloud. No, based on the costing and budget or comfortable of the nature, they can use the cloud platform. It is not precisely only for one thing. Okay, so that is the reason you can take it as a granted for any of things. So how can I deploy my own cloud-based? Any doubts here? Yeah. So, so there is no, if you understand Azure, if you don't know AWS, no worries. Almost 60% of the terminology words will be same in AWS and GCP as well. First, learn one cloud and keep it aside. Work in the real-time projects and gain the knowledge. Main importance. Apart from that, I don't suggest any of the things to you right now because you're already in the learning stage. Learn it, because even though that at this point of time you are all going through the Azure cloud platform is a good thing actually. Okay. uh, Cloud is a newer generation. It is starting from last 5 to 6 years. It was booming because lot of projects are on cloud. That is the reason. How can I deploy my own cloud based solutions to scenario to have accreditation of compliance requirement? What terms are part of privacy statement of the provider? Means right now whenever you're creating an account, you will be getting a single signature, like telling that please acknowledge, accept and continue, right? At the time there is 6 pages of information will be there. You won't read all those information. You'll just tick box and you will create an account. So whenever something happen on your cloud account, when you get into the customer care or they will ask you to, so we already told that in the privacy statement itself, these are the things that we are providing. So these are the things only we are going to provide. So in that way, they will tell us. So at the time, you should be very careful in accepting the terms and what are the things that are providing. So that is called compliance terms and requirements that you can see whenever we create one Azure account. Okay. So just I'll give 2 minutes. One, economies of scale. Economies of scale is ability to do things more efficiently at lower cost. Right now, when you are getting a mobile for 50K, when you get the same specification, same company, just little bit version is different. That product is coming at 30 itself means people will choose the 30K one because of lower cost. Cost is very important because everyone want to save the cost, right? Not to spend more on unnecessary things. So cost management is very important in terms of maintaining and managing the things. So cloud providers such as Microsoft, Google, Amazon are the large business leveraging the benefits of economy of scale and then pass saving on to the customers. So big gained companies only able to establish the data center and create a cloud platform right now. So you may have a doubt what is happening before cloud, how the things will be there. I will let you know once after the break. I can give a break at 3:25, okay? For 15 minutes, I can give you the break. So still 3:40, you will be, okay, 3:30. Still 3:40, you will be having a break. In Azure Diagnostic API is needed in CC, I will let you know whether the API is required or not once we enter into the things. So have a break here for 15 minutes. Session will resume at the rate of 3:45 p.m. Okay, so have a break. Take a break. Session will be there till 5 p.m. Okay, so for this economies of scale and next whatever we are going to discuss the topics in cloud computing. And once we discuss after that, we will be going for the uh, Azure cloud account creation. Okay. So economies of the scale is nothing but is able to do things more efficient at lower cost per unit. Means you are going to use the things for lower cost, and you can able to run most efficiently the cloud platform at lower cost. And cloud providers such as Microsoft, Google, Amazon, where large businesses leveraging the benefits of economies of scale. Like you will be using the particular lower scale. The cloud providers can also make deals with local governments and at least to get tax savings and lowering the price of power, cooling, high-speed network connectivity. So, in order to construct a data center on a cloud, we require power, cooling, high-speed network connectivity, and they want to decrease the tax on their particular resources, all those things. So cloud providers are able to pass on these benefits to end users in the form of low prices. So whenever they are getting all these benefits, they can also give to the customer at lower prices. In the sense, whenever the owner is getting less price, then he is going to provide to the customer at lower prices. So that is the reason large scale people can able to use this particular resources. So, whenever we are going to understand the economies of scale, these are the important points that you can note it down. I hope it's clear. So, whenever we are coming important point here, capex versus opex model. What is capital expenditure? What is operational expenditure? So, capital expenditure is something like spending money on the physical infrastructure upfront. Right now, what is these are the two differences is very important, and you will be asked in some interviews as well, like what is capital and operational expenditure. So, for suppose you want something in after a next year, something related like your PC or something like that, you are upfrontly paying the cost. Okay, when you pay the upfront cost before the actual product is ready, that is called capex model. So operational expenditure is nothing but once you got the product and you are something that you are spending money on the particular product, right? That comes under operational expenditure. Whenever we are coming to cloud platform, it is operational expenditure, not the capital expenditure. We are not upfrontly keeping any amount or paying any amount to the particular cloud provider like Azure. So spending of money on physical infrastructure upfrontly and then deducting that expense from your tax bill over time. Capital expenditure is an upfront cost which has a value that reduces over time. Operational expenditure is spending on services or products now and being billed from them. You can deduct this expense from your tax bill in the same year as well. So you can also get the deductions from the tax as well in operational expenditure. There is no upfront cost. Like capital expenditure, we do not have any upfront cost. You pay for a service or a product, you use it. Just right now, you are using for 1 hour. You are going to pay for that 1 hour. So this is the capital and operation expenditure. You can write it around the statement of capital and operation expenditure now. Okay, this is the two differences between capex and opex. So coming to capex versus opex, a typical on-premises data center include cost, server cost, storage cost, network cost, backup and archive cost. organization continuity and disaster recovery cost, data center infrastructure cost, technical personnel. So all these things you have to pay upfront. Means before only you have to pay, like server cost, storage cost, all the cost. So in OPEX model, a typical on-premises data center include costs such as leasing a cloud-based server, leasing software and customized feature. Like you are going to pay after some amount of time. In OPEX model, how it will be there means once you purchase it, and after that, at the end of the month, you will be getting the bill like that. But here, you are upfrontly paying the amount and you are using the resources in CapEx. That is the difference between CapEx and this one. So all the points will literally same. So just you can identify CapEx is like upfront cost, OPEX is like pay as you go model, no upfront cost. So benefits of CapEx. With capital expenditure, you plan your expenses at any start of project in the budget period. Your costs are fixed, meaning you know exactly how much is being spent, how much you are going to spend on it, how much you are going to predict the expenses before the project start itself. OPEX is nothing but after the project is going to start, right? You can increase or decrease the number of resources based on the demand and supply of your project. So before the project starts, CapEx model will come into picture. After the project starts, everything is happening. If it is seeing bigger numbers, they are going to spend more and more on CapEx model. Cloud deployment models. So two types of cloud computing models. In cloud computing, you should know two things. Might be you can able to see my screen. Okay, let me take new pen. So cloud computing models are two types. One is cloud service model. Entire cloud computing concepts will be depends on these two things only. Okay. Okay. In cloud service model, this is the end to end. There are three types. So this three belongs to this. This cloud deployment belongs to this. So what is public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud? We will be discussing here. So there are three types of cloud deployment model, which we are discussing. This is the one. Right now, I'll be discussing the cloud deployment model, which is one of the part of cloud computing model. Okay. So coming to cloud deployment model, there are three types of different cloud model. A cloud deployment model defines where your data is stored and how your customer interacts with it. So how do they get it? And where do the applications run? It also run depend on how much your infrastructure you want to need to manage. So right now, what are the specification you are seeing for your mobile or PC? Same specification that you can look for the deployment model. So in cloud deployment model, define where your data is going to store, how many customers will be there, how much revenue it is generating, how the application is going to run. Infrastructure is nothing but your virtual machine, storage, databases, all these things come under infrastructure. So the term word infrastructure is nothing but cloud infrastructure. So public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud, three deployment models. So what is advantages of public cloud and private cloud? Example for public cloud is like AWS, Azure, GCP, all these things. High scalability and agility. You don't have to buy a new server in order to scale. Because if you want 5 machines right now, and after that you want 10 machines, you can get scalable nature. Pay as you go pricing means right now you purchase the 5 servers. After 1 hour, for each server price per 1 hour is like 50 rupees. 15 5 to 50 rupees. After 6th hour, you are deleting that particular server. So you're not going to pay. Okay, that is the advantage of cloud. No capex cost. Capex cost is nothing but you do not know how many days you require. You asked for 5 days. How many days in a day? 24 hours are there. 5 into 24 hours. 180 hours billing will be there. Even if you use or not use, it is like a subscription. When you take some subscription, you won't see all the time, right? All the videos or something like that. You just take subscription and you will use it. It is not like that here. If you are using for 1 hour, you have to pay for that 1 hour. If you are using for 2 hours, 3 hours, you only for that 3 hours you are going to pay. You are not responsible for maintenance or updates of hardware. So every time when your mobile or PC you are getting updates, right? You have to update all those things. But here in cloud platform, you do not want to update any of the hardware components. Minimal technology to set up, technical knowledge to set up and use. You can leverage the skills and expertise of the cloud provider to ensure workloads. Means you need some skills to understand how the Azure platform works, how the Azure platform really makes sense. As an engineer, as a person who knows the cloud platform, you should able to understand the things. And what are the disadvantages? You have some initial capex cost. So there is a bigger difference, capex and opex cost, very important that you can also keep as a reminder, especially when you're going for the interviews, prepare for this question and go. Capex and opex. Differences. Okay. So owning the equipment agility, but some kind of disadvantages are also there. You do not own hardware. So you are using cloud platform, right? You should be very secure. Cloud is managing by other persons. So security you have to manage. That is the reason security is one of the disadvantage when coming to the public cloud. In order to make a disadvantage to advantage, you have to install some security agents onto the cloud servers. Then only the security will be very high. And you have to purchase the licensed versions of security requirement. Then you have to install, or the organizations have to install on cloud platform, so that no hacking or cyber attacks will be there onto their particular servers. And the business requirement, legacy application might be hard to meet. And some types of different applications will be there, right? Development. So some applications will not be suited for cloud deployment. In that way, just it is a minimal disadvantage, but rather than there are a lot of advantages coming into the cloud platform. So when coming into the cloud platform, organizations can save a lot and lot of amount. You do not, even you can't express that in words. That much amount can be saved while they are coming into this platform. Okay. So advantage of private cloud, you can ensure private cloud is nothing but a third party organization is going to maintain, not like a Amazon or some other organizations like that. A private cloud is nothing but a person who is maintaining a data center in a small area, and he is meeting all the requirement. If you know how to create a virtual machine, I don't want to go to the cloud provider, right? I can itself can create the cloud. But in order to go for a cloud platform, public cloud, we need a global attention. We need the global things to do. So that is the difference between cloud platform. Okay. Next, hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud combines both public and private clouds, allowing you to run applications in the most appropriate location. For example, you could host a website in the public cloud and link to the highly secure database hosted in your private cloud, means on-premises data center. So both public and private cloud is called hybrid cloud, where you are going to set up some part in public and some part in private. So you give The private cloud is nothing but someone, a third party organization is going to maintain. Yes, hybrid is nothing but both public and private. You can keep some part in public like Azure and some part in your own local system or local cloud importance. So note it down the advantages and disadvantages. Whatever the advantages are there for public and private, that are the advantages for hybrid. Whatever the disadvantages that are there for the public and private, that can be come from hybrid. So if something is very secure and important means you can go for the private cloud. You can maintain on the private cloud rather than going for the public cloud. So have it notes here, and later on I can upload the documentation as well. Do not worry about it. So let's go to the next types of cloud services. Once now, right, we have completed deployment model, public, private, hybrid. Now we are going into the cloud service model, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So these are the three types of cloud services. Okay. So these three types of IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Infrastructure as service is commonly used in the following scenarios. Migrating workloads, typically IaaS facilitates are managed in a similar way as on-premises infrastructure and provide an easy migration path for moving existing applications to the cloud. What exactly the IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS means? So this is the diagram. If you understand this diagram, you can answer any kind of certification questions under coming from IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So if you observe here, applications, data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, server, storage, networking are same in all the things. Like application is same, data is same, runtime is same. We can't see the presentation. Sorry, let me share my screen again. So coming to why it is now you can able to see screen, right? So coming to IaaS service models, I am showing you this one right now. Just now we completed these two things, right? Cloud deployment model and coming to cloud service model. So you can able to see the multiple things here. What are those multiple things? That we can check over here. So the type of cloud services that we are able to see here, which are IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So coming to this, if you understand this particular diagram, you can answer multiple questions from the certification. So in this particular diagram, application, data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, server, networking, storage. So whenever you take these things, comparison between all these things, on-premises infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service, all the components inside the same. If you observe, application is same in 4 categories, data is same in 4 categories, runtime is same in 4 categories, middleware is same, all the things are same. If you can observe here, OS is same, virtualization is same, servers are same, storage is same, networking is same. So comparatively, the difference if you see here, in the picture that you can see, you manage, provider manages. Provider is the one here manages. Cloud provider, here you manage. Coming to on-premises, we have to manage all these things. Application, data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, server, storage, networking. But coming to infrastructure as service, half of the things are being managed by the cloud provider, half of the things will be managed by us. Application, data, runtime, middleware, OS. In platform as service, application data only will be managed by us. The rest of the things will be managed by the cloud provider. In software as a service, all the things will be managed by the cloud provider. Only not, here actually data should be there. Data should be managed by us. Okay. So all the things, if you compare this one, if you remember this chart box, so whenever you get some examples, I will show you what are the example for software as service, platform as service, infrastructure as service, and on premises. If you remember this particular diagram in a cloud service model, that is very good enough to understand the service models. Okay. So write a picture it down. I'll just give you 5 minutes for this to make a note of this particular picture. Okay? I'll be giving 2 to 3 minutes. You can go on. So if you let me know if I'm a little bit fast, I can slow it down as well. Otherwise, I can be good enough to continue with this pace. Okay, good. So revise the sessions because I'll be asking few questions as well in tomorrow's session. So go through recording and understand the session. Where these recordings will be there, you can ask your management. Are you comfortable sitting in online and learning? Yes. I hope you are engaged the total time I'm giving you. So please revise the thing and don't keep your mobile switch off for just the period of time while I'm training you. And later on, you can just have your own things. Make a note of it. Okay, second and third part. Which part? Infrastructure as service and platform as service, right? I will give you example. Okay. So difference between this and this is like virtualization means nothing but a data center. Servers are nothing but EC2 servers. Okay. So I will give you one example here. Okay. Might be you have understood Salesforce. Okay. Here platform as service is nothing but uh, PaaS service. Here in PaaS service, you can take the example like Salesforce or different applications will be there. Whenever in that application, you can create a customized application for yourself. In website designing, you will be creating some websites customization, right? But suppose example, you can take a Canva. Okay, you can create some pictures in that, or you can do some kind of editing videos. So that in that applications, you are creating the application out of the application. Means you are creating some customized applications out of the application. So that comes under platform as service, PaaS service. Means, but suppose Salesforce is there. Salesforce is used for CRM development, like your human resource management or different kind of developments will be there. So in that we can create one application out of the application. Okay. So in that way you can create that application, and data is nothing but platform as service. Right now, example, multiple example. Let me see the examples here. So your SaaS service, Dynamic CRM Online. See, let developer create applications using built-in software components. Right now, one application is there. Inside that, again, I can create one application or workflow out of it. That kind of example is a platform as service. Right now, the person should not do from the scratch, right? But suppose he needs some kind of Java application. So some ready-made Java application he need. He will approach one website or one application. There he go inside it and create one Java website. So here what he is doing, application inside the application. Creating the application inside the application comes under platform as service. That is the reason here we are managing the applications and data only. Rest of the things will be managed by the platform as service application. I hope you got it now. Oh, getting into one application into the one application comes under platform as service. Infrastructure as service is nothing but in Azure, you are going to create a virtual machine. Whenever you are going to create a virtual machine, you have a capability to create a OS, means selecting the option of OS. For suppose, whenever you are going to a mobile shop, you are not capable enough to choose the OS. Okay, that one comes because already OS has been inbuilt in your mobile. If you go and tell him replace OS with the Mac OS means what he will say it is inbuilt already. The product is already inbuilt. You are nothing going to do change. That one will come under platform as service and software as service. If you have an option to select the OS and select the middleware, select the runtime, select the data and selecting the applications, come under infrastructure as service. Whenever you are having the option to select the OS, then you are whenever right now you are building one application, so you are selecting OS for your application whenever you are working in cloud computing. Okay. So at the time that come under IIS service. So when you are not selecting, it might be a platform or software. In that platform also, you are creating applications out of applications. That is called platform as service. But here you are deploying the application on OS, selected OS. Here only data will be managed like Gmail, Google Drive. You have applications. You are managing only data. You are pushing the data, you are pulling the data. That one will be on software as service, like Gmail, Google Drive, Outlook, Teams app, like that. I hope you got it. Yes. So which service is the best of three types and fast? Nothing is like here. Any type is better and any type is required for the project. You have to select that one and you have to use it. All services are equally important. All services are fair enough unless and until the budget and the cost it is increasing more means depends. See, some people are ready to pay the things. Some organizations are not ready to pay. It depends on them. Some organizations need high quality. Some organization need okay chalta with the medium quality, but they need the output. So depends on their facilities, depends on their requirement. Okay, they want everything very secure. They want to go for higher budgets. Yes, we have higher cost. Depends on all on the cost, components, and the quality, quantity, all the things. Somewhere, some organizations will not compromise, but some organizations will compromise. It depends on them because their projects and their name, their total thing to be secure, and they have bigger investors, larger people to gather and to do the things. This middleware example you can take like for suppose for any software to be created, middleware people require, especially EC kind of people should know what is middleware components. Right now we do not require middleware. Middleware is something like a runtime. Middleware engineers will be there specifically. That will come under some ECE people understand. They can understand easily what exactly the middleware runtime, which is helpful to run the applications. But right now we are not going to manage any middleware here. Even cloud also you are not going to manage. If it requires middleware engineers will be there. Do not worry about it. There is some specialization required for middleware engineers. Okay, but it is one of the component which is underlying on the OS. Right now in your PC on the top of OS one middleware will be there. That is also one of the hardware component. Okay, that it will be created and managed by the middleware engineers. So right now you can ignore that one, but it's fine. That is also one of the component which is need to be created for the cloud. Any doubt so far? So let's go for the things. So types of service IS. IS is commonly used for following scenarios where we have multiple workloads are there, and we have facility to build the infrastructure by selecting the operating system, servers, all those things. And we can also easily migrate. Migrate is nothing but from one place to other place. That comes under infrastructure as service. So make a note, whatever the website hosting, running website, all these things comes under this particular feature. Okay, website hosting, running the websites, that will be helpful in IaaS service, storage backup, and also complexity of storage management, how to manage and meet legal compliance requirement. All those things come under IaaS. IaaS is nothing like infrastructure as service. You are building the OS, server, virtualization, all these components, it will be managed by us. Runtime, data applications. Runtime is like Java runtime, Python runtime, like that. So these, when using IaaS, ensuring that a service is up and running in a shared responsibility, in the sense shared resources in the Azure cloud. The cloud provider is responsible for ensuring the cloud infrastructure is functioning correctly or not. The cloud provider is responsible for ensuring the service is properly created, configured, used, and cloud will validate. You are creating one IaaS services, and those services, example like in Azure virtual machines and storage, all these are coming under IaaS services. This is referred to a shared responsibility model. Which responsibility model? Shared means in the backend data center, they are going to share the components and resources. Next, platform as service, which is used for building, testing, deploying software applications, and creating as well. The goal of PaaS is to help to create an application quickly without managing the underlying software. When we enter in one application, we want to create one JavaScript application. Immediately from that application, we can create one more application. There is some workflow management running inside the application. So that is the goal of PaaS, creating application quickly in from and inside the other application. For example, when deploying a web application using PaaS, you do not have to install an operating system like web servers, application server, databases, all those things. It will be managed by the PaaS platform only. Okay, they only provide all the things. We just go into the application and we build some, develop some kind of applications, and we will use those applications for our internal purpose. So PaaS is complete development and deployment environment, which enable organization deliver everything on a cloud-based apps. That you can use cloud-based apps to create a PaaS application, and you can run that application on any infrastructure, and you can use high-level model as well, sophisticated. Okay, so PaaS is like a framework for developers. Mostly it will be used by PaaS developers. Like in Azure, we have web apps, functions, and key vault, something, all these things come under PaaS. Those are like act like applications, but inside the applications, we can create and develop and design and deploy multiple applications. So it is used for analytic and business intelligence. PaaS organizations analyze and mine the data, take the data of us. It will maintain the data of individual application. Okay, note it down. Next, software as service, which is centrally hosted and managed the end customer. How the software as service is being managed. Okay, it is actually based on architecture with one version of the application. Example like CRM, Skype, Office 365, Google Drive, Gmail. All these things comes under software service. Here we manage data only. Nothing we will manage here. Everything it will be taken care by the organizations who are providing that particular application to us. Okay. So cost and ownership. So differences cost and ownership in terms of IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Upfront cost. In IaaS, there is no upfront. PaaS also no, SaaS also no. But they can go for in SaaS monthly subscriptions like that. Like Gmail, Google, all these things are there, right? Comes under that. And user ownership. The user is responsible for purchase, installation, configuration, and management of their own software, operating system, middleware, and applications. Like as I told you, example in differences between that particular graph is there, right? That is the one. So here user is responsible for development of its own applications, not responsible of managing the server or infrastructure. So that they can only concentrate on developing their application and giving the best software. So SaaS is nothing but just application software, not responsible for maintenance and management. So whatever you're doing in IaaS PaaS, those things are not at all going to do in SaaS. And cloud provider ownership. The cloud provider is responsible for ensuring that the underlying cloud infrastructure, virtual machine, storage, networking can be managed by the IaaS. Like what are the ownership means? These are the blue color things are there, right? It is the ownership of the providers, cloud providers. And rest of the things IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS are these examples. Like provider is responsible for operating system management, network, service configuration, and you can have a look on this particular graph. Similarly, that we have discussed on the three that particular diagram which we have discussed. So just take 2 to 3 minutes because continuously you're also listening, right? And making a notes and have a look on this. So then once after this, we can create an Azure account. But tomorrow session, I need everyone to create your own Azure accounts and come back. Share Microsoft next, IBM next, Google next, Alibaba, and rest of the clouds like Rackspace, Tenants, Fujitsu, NTT, Salesforce, Pega, all these market leaders, which are the cloud partners. So right now, multiple clouds are there: Azure, Web, IBM, Google Cloud. So Microsoft Azure, what is Azure? So let's, before entering into the Azure, we have completed all the cloud computing models. So you can have a reference of this as well. Just you can make a refer. Azure. Before going to Azure, I want everyone to create an Azure account here. 1 minute. Azure account creation. So you need at least debit card or credit card for this. So your attendance will be marked. Do not worry about it. From the Zoom meeting, it will be marked. Okay. So I'm just sharing this link to everyone. Start creating an Azure account. So you'll be having credentials, right? So let me share link. Okay. So I have shared just a link. Open the account and start free here. Use your credit card or debit card. It will debit maximum 2 rupees or 10 rupees. Again, it will credit back to your account. You can select any of the account and you can enable the services. And you can give one, you have to create one Microsoft Outlook account for getting the Azure account. So after that, it will ask your credentials, PAN card, and all the details, address details. Later on, you can give your debit card or credit card. Then you can subscribe to the account. Is it clear, everyone? So start setting up your account. Just you can select any of the account. Account after free time. No, it won't auto debit any amount. You will get mail as well in order to pay. So no auto debit process will be there. You can just Akshita, you can just press go to portal. That will be the final output. So let me check out for the names of attendants. Samita, Ashish, Vishal. Use credit card if it is not accepting the debit card. So once after you are getting this thing, you should go to Azure portal means you have to see the screen. So this is your Azure portal. Here your account ID, everything it will be there. So everyone should see this particular account creation. Okay. So use credit card or Visa or any other thing. And check that. And for tomorrow session, please use the account creation and come back to the session. Okay. Let's connect in tomorrow session. And this is the Azure portal, which you look like. Okay. Where you are getting the Microsoft Azure, all the things, where you have been your creation of account. So on this platform only, we will be looking out. Okay. If any material, I'll upload in this particular Google Classroom. Okay. And why it's creating a mail. Okay. So already, if it is already account creation is there, you can sign in with the existing subscription. I don't know this recorded lecture is shared in the classroom or not. Please check with the coordinator. If else, I can get the recording, I can share in the classroom link. I do not know where this particular recording is going to share. 1 minute, let me check the recording. Let me stop sharing. It will be saved in the particular account. Let me stop recording.
Recording stopped.
So now I stopped, right? The owner of this account will be taken this one. Like Zoom account creation will be there, right? That owner you will be having. So live on YouTube. So I'm just checking where the recording is going to store.
Recording in progress.
So recording on this computer, it will show like this. But let me check and we'll let you know. So if you have any doubts, just update me the status. We have created the account right now. Once after that, we can wind up the session for today and we can connect in tomorrow's session. Is it okay, everyone? I hope this is our first session, right? So that is the reason. And I hope everyone understood the things and get into the things. We will do a lot of things and everyone should be certified. and also learn the things how to crack for a job as well. Okay. So let me stop the
Recording stopped.
stopped. Use GitHub account. Yeah, thank you. So use GitHub student for signing up for free. So if you have anything else, or uh, I have my own personal things, like you can reach out to me on mail ID. But I also create Google Classroom to update you things. Okay, please provide Google Classroom link. I already shared the Google Classroom link. Yeah, thank you everyone. And use GitHub student for signing up for free without CC. Okay, you can also use that one, not a problem. Ma'am, share my screen after creating account. So after creating account, it should be like this. You can take a picture of it. I think you can able to see. It should be in this way. Yes. Microsoft Azure Home. Let's discuss in tomorrow's session. I can keep for 1 minute, just me a minute. Yes, sign up button. Got work after filling the card details. Good enough. Yes, you can sign up. No worries. So let me check some attendance and the things that anyone is there here. So thank you everyone so much. It's already 5. Tomorrow we can discuss the things and we can do the things. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Bye.